Hey, we are talking snow this morning, and Holly, we always talk about timing. The timing could not be worse today.
This really, the perfect storm in the worst way, if that makes sense. Just because it is really happening as we are waking up and getting into that morning drive. So
schools have to make decisions.
This is the
drivers
time
for the morning commute.
Yeah,
this is.
I think we're going to have a really treacherous drive too, just because of the way the snow is moving in. So here's kind of a little bit to know as you're waking up. Advisories have been posted, and some of you already knew that yesterday. But Cleveland has been added to that, along with Mentor and Ashtabula, so we'll get to it. A really messy, snowy morning drive. I'm going with in general 2 to 4 inches of snow. South of US 30, it could be as much as 5 to 7 inches. That's just through this morning, okay? And yeah, go ahead and expect school closings and delays. Our eye alert is already at the bottom of your TV and will be throughout the duration of the show, even during commercial breaks. So you can see winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories are in blue. Cleveland, Akron, Medina, Canton, Chardon, all included in that. And they run through this afternoon at this point. We could end up seeing those expire a bit earlier. I think the snow will move out by midday, like we were talking about yesterday, but we'll see, and the National Weather Service will make that call. We've got snow likely through this morning and into, we'll say, lunchtime before it really starts to taper off. So here it comes, and we're already seeing the snow plentiful south of Cleveland. I'm going to go ahead and get in closer so that you can better get an idea yourself. And we've got snow coming down in Mansfield, snow in Worcester right now. It is snowing in Brewster, in Canton, Alliance, North Canton, Akron. You're just on the edge of it. It's moving in. It's moving into Rootstown as well. And this is all going to continue to move up towards the north and the east. So as we look at future view, and John mentioned this, timing. I mean, even if I was talking about an inch of snow falling, because of the timing, that is why I think we're going to have so many issues throughout the next several hours. 6 a.m. and you are all dealing with light to moderate to even heavy snow in spots. Because of the track, notice that the darker sort of purplish gray shades are from east side of Cleveland through Ravenna and Akron and Canton. That's where we're going to really see some heavier snows. This is 8 a.m. It's still snowing, so it's the entire morning drive. Once it starts, it's really not going to let up for several hours. 9 o'clock this morning, still coming down, and then as we get into noon, we start to see that back edge and more of a scattered snow, and then it'll just be some leftover snow showers and flurries as we end up mid to late afternoon. And this evening's commute is going to be a whole different story. We'll fall back through the teens this evening. We could have a few flurries or just really light snow showers into tonight. It's not going to be a big deal. In fact, tomorrow's our breather. Remember, we talked about Thursday, the day where you take a breath. Outside of a little flurry chance late in the day, I think we're just going to be uneventful. And then here comes Friday. And look at what happens Friday morning, 4 a.m. and another round of snow is essentially knocking on the door. So in the meantime, as we take a look at snow totals, it's generally appearing to be 2 to 4 plus. For most of you, 2 to 4. For some of you, it might be more like 4 to 6 plus inches, especially to the south and east. All that being said, your forecast for today, snow likely. If it's not snowing by you yet, it will be. And we will be talking about winds about 5 to 15 miles an hour, so wind chills will also be a factor. Thankfully, the winds aren't going to be so strong, because that would just be brutal to have wind chills to deal with that are below 0 on top of all this. Tomorrow, it's mainly cloudy skies, then more snow Friday. Chances for snow Saturday, but small. Sunday looks like a pretty good bet for seeing more snow again. Finally, warming up, though, into the 30s, which is where we should be throughout the weekend. And by next Tuesday, Lena, it looks like we're in the 40s. You know, it'll be interesting because over the next hour to an hour and a half, I think we'll have a lot of school districts making some pretty big decisions today.
Okay, we'll be with it throughout the morning. First up in your speed feed, New York lawmakers want to make